So this is the cold open, right? I love women.
That was also fun.
I'm John Mulaney on this feminist podcast.
We have John Mulaney on our podcast today.
Hi, John.
Yeah.
How are you today?
I'm great. I just
Had a
got done sexually harassing my coworkers and having a baby with my other coworker.
Oh, very nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want to do some cocaine?
For the viewers at home, we have 2 cats in the room and me.
And
We've got 2 cats and
2
4
cats.
pussies.
Oh, okay. I'm everyone's favorite sex offender, Josiah Condiff.
Thank you.
And sexist.
he had to tell you that.
No.
Sex offender and
I'm
sexist.
legally obligated to tell you that. No, I'm just a
man.
huge feminist, and that's why they had me on.
We're gonna have to move the recording. There's like an elementary school out there.
Well, I mean...
All right, well, we're gonna pack up right quick and move
yeah.
over about 500 yards.
God damn.
Today our episode is on women in media and the Bechdel test.
Woo.
Does anybody want to learn about what the Bechdel test is?
I do.
Bechdel.
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 It's Bechdel.
Very nice.
Bechdel. It's named after the cartoonist Alison Bechdel. The test first appeared in her comic strip called Dykes to Watch Out For.
Woo!
Beginning in 1985. It was a political commentary and a humorous soap opera featuring a diverse cast, many of whom were lesbians. She was inspired by the writings of Virginia Woolf and her friend Liz Wallace. In the comic, the character Ginger lays out 3 basic rules a movie has to follow in order for the movie to be worth seeing. Number 1, has to have at least 2 women in it. Number 2, the 2 women have to have a conversation. Number 3, the conversation has to be about something other than a man. The episode that the test first appeared in came out in 2005, and the character states that the last movie she was able to watch was Alien, which came out in 1979.
Nice.
I saw somebody describe the movie Alien the other day on Twitter, and they described it as a movie where no one listens to the very smart woman, and they all die except for the very smart woman.
Yeah. Have you
That's
seen
awesome.
that movie?
Alien?
Yeah.
I haven't. And
No.
It's pretty great. Yeah, it's exactly what happens. Nobody listens to
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, nobody
And
listens to Sigourney
everyone
Weaver.
dies but her. And she is such a badass. Have you
Yeah.
seen like the memes or like Sigourney Weaver in like a giant robot suit?
No, what?
No?
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it, but I know a lot about the movie.
Yeah.
And that all checks out. I give my stamp of approval on
Yeah.
it.
Will you explain more, Josiah?
Haven't seen
I
the movie.
didn't
Gonna
already
explain the
know.
plot.
I think Sigourney Weaver's epic, and she's a great feminist.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I think you should check it out.
She's in Finding Dory.
Yes, she is.
Is she?
I saw
Yeah, she is.
Alien. What is it? Alien
Is
Revenant
she
or
Dory?
something?
Isolation.
That's a game.
That's the game. Are there other women in Alien other than Sigourney Weaver?
I think there's one other woman.
Yeah, I think.
I'm sure they talk to each other.
For one scene, it's just like, oh no, we have to take care of this alien. And it's like, so what's your period like? And that's the only scene between her and the other girl.
Yeah, the only scene between her and the other woman is, did you see that cute guy in bed, babe?
Gosh.
Oh my God, that
Big
fucking...
So
hunk
cute.
of
And then they
meat.
never talk
Yeah.
again, so it doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
Yeah. Forward the plot. But we're going to get into that.
Some more things about the Bechdel test.
Yawn. I mean,
Why are you here?
I don't know.
Did you ask to be
we-
here?
Because I have such a deep, bassy voice that's going through my headphones. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop doing that voice. It's not funny, and I'm stupid.
Hilarious. It's so funny. Keep
It's
doing
so
it.
funny and original.
It's so
and
funny.
I should do stand-up. I should do stand-up in John Mulaney's voice.
Be a John Mulaney
Just-
impersonator.
But not even
Wait,
say. Just
isn't there a dude on TikTok that already does that?
is there.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people who do that.
Yeah, but there's like a guy specifically that I saw do the speech from Hereditary where the mom is like, "Don't you swear at me. I am your mother.
I have seen that.
love you."
I have seen that.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Hilarious. I
Awesome.
bet it is. She goes nuts right then.
Doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
It does not, unfortunately.
Speaking of the
Wait,
Bechdel test.
wait. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. She's talking to...
Oh, that's
this is
right.
spoilers.
The witch.
Yeah, yeah.
The bitch.
Bitch. Wait, I'm not allowed to say that on this episode.
Only I could say it.
I can't even
Stacey
say
can?
it. I can't even say it.
I say it.
Damn.
I've said it in past episodes.
Stacey doesn't have the
I get to
best.
say dyke.
I
That's cool.
have told men, if a woman calls me a bitch or if I call another woman a bitch in like a playful manner, that's okay. You can't call me a bitch though.
I disagree. I actually totally disagree.
I don't want guys calling me a bitch. Every time I have been called a bitch by a guy, it has not been in the same manner that I would call a girl a bitch.
It's like the female N-word.
A little bit.
And cut.
I don't call girls slut either.
Slut.
I
What?
don't say that about
Shut up,
girls.
slut.
I don't do that.
I feel like that's just weird nowadays. It's not the same as the B word.
Oh my god, slut.
Unless you're like just that type of girl, just like, oh my god, Becky, you're just being such a slut. Oh my god.
She's not like other
Stop.
girls.
Like, yeah.
No, Josiah. We're not like other girls.
We have a podcast.
You're cool and funny and have podcast in Ontario, Canada.
So the test has stemmed many other tests for representation in film and TV, including tests for representation of people of color, proposed by Nikesh Shukla, where she states for a movie to pass a test, it's two ethnic minorities talk to each other for more than 5 minutes about something other than race. There's the Vito Russo test for LGBT plus characters, asking, does the film contain a character that is identifiably LGBT and not solely or predominantly defined by their sexual orientation or gender identity, as well as tied into the plot in such a way that their removal would have a significant impact on the film?
Yeah.
There's also a Bechdel test for representation of Orthodox Jews, tests for like software coding.
What?
Yeah, it's
What would that look like?
so
you
for
think?
software coding, the test is that I don't know anything about coding and I don't actually have it
Yeah.
written here. So it's how a code has to be written by a woman that calls back to another code that was written by a woman.
Okay.
Oh,
That like
okay.
So, like,
works
code-
together.
That's just
there has to be at
overly
least
Code
two
complicated.
women
that has
involved.
been written by women that kind of like builds on each other.
The Finkbeiner test to avoid bias in articles about women in science. The Kranjek test for including sources written by not men. The Gray test for citation practices, where you have to have sources from at least two women and two people of color for historical nonfiction. There's tests for everything.
Yeah, because the idea is to like just make sure that it's being inclusive.
I was trying to think of a way to put it because it's like supposed to be a basis for like representation in media.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But then
And it's like to make your cast more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think about it, and my ratio of people that I know, men to women, is like 9 men per 1 woman.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
same is true for me, but I did that on purpose and I regret it.
Oh, did you pit
Growing
yourself
up-
against other women?
Yes.
So you don't have any
Yes.
women friends?
Yes. And now
Damn,
I'm
Chandler, you're
struggling
just
to
going to
make
admit
more.
that.
I feel like a lot of people go through that, an imposter syndrome type thing where it's
Yeah.
like, I have to be this kind of person. I have
Yeah.
to be this kind of person who doesn't, quote unquote, get involved in girly drama or anything. When
Yeah.
it's really just like, these are just people and these are just problems that these people are going through.
Girls are more toxic.
wait, so
But
they? How'd you pit yourself against other women? Like you just didn't want to.
I would just be like, I just don't get involved. I just don't
Yeah.
really have very many female
So-
friends because they cause more drama. That was literally
So,
like
yeah.
my reasoning.
Yeah.
So a lot of girls go through like a phase in their life where they have to identify themselves as not as other girls
Yeah.
to feel like an independent thinker.
Yeah. I feel like
So you go through a phase where you hate the color pink, whether you actually do or not.
Yeah.
You only make friends with men because that makes you a dominant
makes you-
female who's
Makes you
interesting.
cool.
for some reason.
You push yourself away from all things feminine so you don't identify as like a stereotypical woman when
Yeah.
really all girls want is to just be free thinkers, and they end up in this trap.
In this box.
Yeah.
Well, and even like growing up, that kind of girl was like villainized and demonized in
Yeah.
media. Mean Girls, the pretty girls in pink, they're bitches. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that dramatic.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Yeah.
that like drama causing and all of this. And like, it was just all that pink and glitter and lip gloss and high heels and skirts were
Yeah.
all signs of a mean girl.
Yeah.
And they really
And not
could
to
be.
like put it like in the movie, but just like growing up, I saw that so often.
Yeah. And a lot of that I remember just being really toxic. So
Yeah.
wanting
Yeah.
to distance yourself from that makes
Exactly.
sense.
Absolutely. I'm like, I'm not like those girls. I'm not as toxic. I'm normal. Guys don't cause as much drama. That's why I hang out with them.
Guys
Yeah.
are equally as toxic, but they have power behind
They
it.
Yeah.
outlet
So
it
they-
differently.
So guys get to be dramatic about things, but they're like valid about it. It depends.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think guys.
Guys
are-
get to be angry.
Yeah, guys
Girls
have,
have
like-
to be sad.
Yeah,
I guess I
it's a-
shouldn't put it that way.
it's like
Get
a
to
lot
be
less-
angry. Guys don't really get to express emotions like
Other
the full
than
spectrum.
anger, really.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like the only
Anger,
emotion on the
stoicism.
spectrum they're really allowed to express is anger.
Yeah.
So even if they're just embarrassed, it might just come out as anger for whatever reason because that's the only one they've been allowed to show or encouraged to show.
Yeah. Do you agree, Josiah?
What do you think, guy? Male?
I think guys can be equally as toxic in their own way. I don't know if it's as outward. Like, I guess the most like toxic masculinity or whatever that comes to mind is just like jocks and
Yeah.
shit like that. But then
Yeah.
there's as many jocks as there are like nerds and just like other groups of guys. So it's just guys like polarize themselves into different directions and just find, I guess girls do the same thing. Yeah, you just get forced into groups.
You brought up like nerds. I would say that nerds got really toxic after like schooling because, you know, you either filter into being a functional person in society or you're an incel and you act like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're
just a troll on
Incels
the internet.
act like being a nerd is the reason that girls don't like them, but like it's not. That's
Yeah.
not the reason.
Yeah,
True,
like
true.
I guess
It's your
for-
personality, I promise.
Yeah, I guess for guys, it's either like you have like outward toxicity, like bullying,
Yeah, guys are
Or-
dangerous. Girls are
or-
toxic.
or you're like an incel and just pent up.
Yeah.
I think that a little bit different from what Josiah is saying. I think when a guy doesn't like someone, they'll just straight up be direct with them, like,
Yeah.
I don't like you,
Yeah.
fuck off, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll do that and then ignore the person or just ignore the person to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And girls will more often present a face of, you're an okay person until they do something
Oh,
more
yeah.
where they just finally snap and they're like, I hate you, you're the worst person ever. And I think
Yeah.
that's viewed as
Girls-
more toxic because they deal with it and then they snap and lose it.
Yeah.
The guy in the first place goes, I don't like you, I'm going this way.
Yeah.
And that's just the end of it.
Yeah, I
and I'm
guess-
not saying that's universally true. That's just been
Oh,
like
yeah.
more or less my experience of girls end up being viewed as more
Mm-hmm.
toxic because they were stuck in a situation they weren't happy with for longer and they dealt with it and then snapped and it was bad.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the way I view it is girls, a lot of their drama and toxicity is like being two-faced, gossiping behind girls' backs. But then guys will like straight up say shit to your face and be like, yo, you're a fucking loser or whatever.
And-
I wonder if it's because girls are less likely to be taught to be direct about things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
really
To
deal with
not taught to be
situations.
very like upfront
Yeah.
about things. And I think another part of it is a lot of guys are more okay with violence and just fucking duking it out
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
than girls would be. Girls, to be fair, kind of might have worked on their appearance, don't want to mess it up. So girls will get in fights, but they don't want to, right?
Yeah.
The next best thing is cutting them up with your words.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah,
That's
when-
So
very
like
true.
guys are a lot faster to resort
Yeah.
to hitting
But
each other.
When girls get in fights, it's scary.
You just see both girls like grabbing each other's heads.
It's
and
usually hair
that's usually
first.
it.
Girl
Yeah.
fights look scary, but
They
if
look
you watch
scary.
the
Yeah,
videos,
yeah.
here's the deal. If you watch the videos,
Yeah.
both girls always walk away from the fight. When
Yeah.
you watch two dudes fight,
One's not
rarely
getting
ever
up.
do both guys walk
Yeah.
away. It's almost
Yeah,
always
yeah.
one guy walking away and the other guy's asleep on the ground.
True.
So ladies, work on your right hooks.
Yeah, you got to work on the
True.
knockouts.
Get those
Yeah.
uppercuts.
Yep.
Or talk it out.
No.
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 We need
Well-
to teach our ladies to act like our men.
Well, that's crazy.
Let's
That's not what I
instead of-
thought I would be
instead
hearing
of
on this
feminism,
podcast.
we should take the pendulum full swing the opposite way, and girls can only deal with things in violence, and men have to talk their feelings through.
That's awesome.
That's
I'm down.
actually that's how that works.
You just flounder and be like, I don't like the way you looked at my girl, man, and I
No.
think that's not poggers.
What you do is if you don't like how a guy's looking at your girl, you talk to all of his friends and spread a rumor that you got herpes.
Yeah. Yes.
That's why girls are more toxic
would-
because that's how girls deal with issues.
I would-
Okay.
I would
yeah,
love
that's
a-
fair. Okay. At the same time, there is a certain rush that comes with fucking with people. And I only really ever get that rush when we're playing like Secret Hitler or anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
not that kind of person.
And I've played it so many times where it was like all dudes and then me, or all dudes and me and Chandler.
Yeah.
That's
And literally the only thing that happens is I'm like, maybe I'll pick Chandler to be my partner. And everybody goes, oh, women in power. We can't have that happen. Oh my God.
Yes.
Whoa. It was like funny the first time. I was like,
always
oh,
funny.
haha, yeah. And then like the 99th time, I was like, I literally don't
Women
care.
are always fascists. I love Secret Hitler because it's the big mansplain game. It's just great.
It is
Because if you
amazing.
do play with dudes that quote unquote know what they're doing, it's just like, okay, so the optimal strategy is going to be that we vote 3 people out and then it goes random and then we win the game.
Yeah,
And
they
so,
just talk their way through
yeah,
it so
it's-
nobody else can get a
it's
word in.
Yeah, one round is 30 minutes of 3 guys being like, actually, this is how you do it.
Actually,
Yeah, actually, you're not allowed to have fun in this children's card game. I learned a new fact about Hitler today that there was a.
this is a feminist podcast. It has to be about
Well, it's about dogs.
Anna Braun.
It's about dogs.
Oh, that's fine too.
Yeah, so the dog bit Hitler in the nuts, and him being Hitler called for that breed of dog to all be killed and wiped out.
Really?
That's awful.
yeah,
Fuck, we
'cause-
Yeah,
still
that
hate
sounds like a
Hitler.
Hitler solution.
Fuck
Yeah.
Hitler.
But I don't remember the
Really?
breed
That's
of dog.
the reason you hate Hitler?
Every other
Well-
one too. There's
Yeah.
there's like all of them.
I
Killed
heard
the
that.
puppies.
I
And
heard
the
that, and I was like, I
people.
didn't know Hitler could get worse. That's crazy. Damn.
Right?
This is a fun episode because like I had a super busy week and didn't really get to do research,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're just like this. We're totally winging this.
This is
one.
great.
I
I'm
have,
having
Okay
fun.
too,
I have
because
a
we
page of research, but
we
that's
have
it.
Yeah.
a general topic, but we can talk about a lot of things
Yeah,
Yeah.
having to
that's
do
pretty much
with
what it is.
the Bechdel test.
Movies.
Thing about movies. So, a few years ago, I was curious and kind of looked up and paid attention to a lot of the creators of the Barbie movies that I watched when I was younger,
Okay,
and was
Those
so
movies are really-
surprised. They are. But I was very surprised that quite a few of them were written and like directed by like men.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised,
And
honestly.
I was.
No, why would you be?
As a kid, I was so surprised. I'm like, excuse me? What? These are so girly. Why is it
Yeah.
written by men? But now it makes sense. It's like, okay, all the tropes are so
Yes.
fucking simple.
Yeah.
It's like this is apparently all that they understand.
Today,
Yeah. And
it
Barbie's
makes
in the
sense-
kitchen.
It makes the same amount of sense as like thinking back to movies made like 50 years ago,
yeah.
written, directed, produced by starring casting director is a man.
Yeah.
That's why all the women are literally just like tits out in the corner, and that's like a plant,
Yeah.
So I want to come back
filling room.
around to talking about Barbies, but I actually have some stats about like
Barbies?
no, like why they were portrayed as such basic characters and they had like 3
I see,
roles
yeah.
to fulfill
Yeah.
in total. It's because in early Hollywood, from like the 1950s to about 2006, there were 2 male characters for every woman character. The women characters were portrayed as being involved in sex twice as often as male characters. And as time passed on, it got like more and more upsetting as movies became more like sexually explicit.
Yeah.
Yeah, since men were writing everything, I don't know, I guess men were just generally misogynistic, so they only saw women certain ways.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
they
yeah,
were
I bet.
writing like, this is how I wish women in my life were. These
Oh,
just
yeah, yeah.
subservient,
Submissive and breedable.
submissive.
Yeah.
I watched,
You look very submissive and breedable.
yeah.
Let me hire you for my movie and then drug you, give you uppers when we need to film, and give you downers when you need to sleep, and you only may have toast
But don't worry, we have a
and
couch
water
for you to
and
faint
vodka.
And
there's
also, you're
there's a
not getting
couch in the back
cast
to
if
sleep.
you don't suck my dick.
Right. And
That was actually a really big problem in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It
Oh, I bet.
still is.
Harvey
is.
Weinstein, who?
You want to talk about pedophiles?
But Japan's great. We love Japan.
Pedophiles are
They give us anime.
when we talk about the self-defense
Wait,
episode,
are we actually talking about pedophiles? I don't really want to do that.
we're going to talk how to beat the fuck out of them.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
What are pedophiles' weaknesses?
And we need to
Children?
talk. We need to talk about
guess.
outing pedophiles. We
How do
need
you
to
out a pedophile?
say this guy touched me, or
Oh.
he like. We need to encourage your children to speak up about
but
these
no one
things.
listens to women.
That is the problem, actually.
Good job.
I
That
like how
is
that was
the
a joke,
problem.
but you're weirdly correct.
Good job,
am-
Josiah. I'm proud
I am
of you.
correct.
I'm
That's
proud
a
that you
fact.
understand what's the real problem here.
yeah.
That
So good
nobody's
job.
listening.
That's period points.
very nice.
Do I get those?
Yeah, period.
Yes. Do I get to spin them in the shop after the show?
Yeah.
Yes.
You get to spend
like
them in
a
the gift
fruit
shop.
roll.
You
up.
can buy tampons.
I have some up in the bathroom. Go grab them.
Oh, cool. I was
You
actually
just grab them on your way out.
I was actually told by a male friend that you get girl points if you have like tampons or like pads at your house if you have like a girl over.
You should actually genuinely do that because
Yeah. I
I've
feel like
been
that
to your
is-
house and been to the bathroom and like
It's
fuck.
That's
yeah,
a great
it's
idea.
it's something I never really thought of, but I was like, you know what, that's pretty cool.
Not
And I-
even to like sleep with them, just because you have friends who are
just
girls.
to be nice.
Yeah, no, I mean,
honestly.
yeah, I
That's
think
great.
it's just
That's great.
but he also told me is like this will also make girls like you more. I was like, I feel like that's not.
Is
But
that
that's
why you
still
do
cool.
things in your life?
yeah, that's not
Hey.
why you provide period products
Yeah.
at your house.
But
You just
it's like
have them.
it's like dressing up for an interview. You know, it helps.
I mean, that's a good analogy. I think that's not
guess,
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're if a girl is, let's say you have a girl over for a date
Mm-hmm.
genuinely and you have period products at your house, I think that would help.
Yeah, it probably
it's
depends
a
on
little
how you
bit,
bring it
a
up.
little
You don't
bit.
like.
Just don't talk. They're just like there in your bathroom, and it doesn't
Yeah.
even have to be a lot. It could just
She
be
comes
a
over for a
box.
date and you like show her around the house and be like,
Yeah.
also there
Also-
are tampons in the bathroom.
Yeah, she,
No,
It's like,
just
no,
like
she
you'll
walks
have
in
them
just like,
in-
don't worry, we have tampons. They're upstairs.
just like have them in the cabinet, and if she
Yeah.
if she asks, then be like, they're in
Yeah.
there.
I mean,
you
if-
can help yourself.
If you have tampons in your house, me and Chandler would probably like you more, but it
True.
increases your chances of us sleeping with you by 0.
Well,
I usually bring mine
good.
like with
Good to know, I
me.
guess.
Oh yeah, because you have to carry everything in your purse.
We talked about this. Yeah,
Boo.
I can't carry
Provide
my tampons in
tampons
my
for your
pockets.
friends.
Yeah, I feel like my roommates might wonder, just find tampons and
Well,
shit.
then tell
with my
them.
stuff.
Tell them why you have it.
Yeah, but
Are
then
they
they'll
gonna be
make
against
fun of
it?
me
Because I'm fucking
you're not allowed
nice.
to be nice to women.
And then you know what you should
Your
do,
friends are-
Josiah? Fucking fist fight them.
Well, that's like I think we talked about that earlier. That's like-
I haven't learned anything. You
Yeah.
need to explain it more to me, to my small woman
oh,
brain.
I could.
Hey, we'll get all your
I
roommates
love
on the podcast
mansplaining.
and tell them why they need to have tampons in their house
Yeah,
and why
sure.
they shouldn't make fun of
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that way
down.
they'll make fun of you way more. I already put the computer away, so there's like not a topic for this episode.
Okay,
Well, when are we going to talk
Movies.
about our favorite movies?
Movies.
so
Well, we can test whether our favorite movies.
does
pass
this
the
show
Bechdel
pass the
test.
Bechdel test?
Huh?
yes,
Yeah, it does.
it does, because there's 2 women.
And we
It
do
would
talk
be-
about things other than men.
Oh, I don't know if the first episode.
So
I don't know if the first episode passes the Bechdel test.
The
but-
first episode
Yeah,
doesn't
it
pass the
does.
Bechdel test?
it's 2 women talking to each other the whole
Having
Yeah,
a
but don't you
conversation.
just? Oh well, okay. I was thinking you talk about like women's issues, so like you're kind of talking about
well,
women.
it's kind of to like whatever conversation you're having is improving upon the work that it is in.
Oh, okay.
No, the Bechdel test.
like-
I thought it was
Were
just
y'all-
like,
and
no. I
You're
thought
listening?
didn't
It's
I get it
improve-
right?
It's improving the work that it's in, or that it's just like forwarding the plot.
I thought the
No.
Bechdel test was
No.
it's
That's-
whether
you told
it's
me that
whether
one
2
time. I
women
I don't think I did.
are
one
talking
point.
about something else other than other women or men,
Just
or is
men.
it just men? Okay.
Just men. Remember, the comic that it comes from came out in like 2005.
Okay.
There wasn't
Well,
even a Me Too movement yet.
Well, me and Chandler are terrible listeners, and I'm the guy.
I'm
So
aware.
Chandler, you need to do some work.
I'm aware. She's apparent.
I know
she
I'm
thinks-
not being gaslit.
Yeah.
You straight up one time did tell me that the conversation has to
Now,
forward the
okay,
plot.
Chandler, now you're gaslighting her. You're counter gaslighting. This is
Ooh.
getting very spicy.
Josiah, what's your favorite movie?
I hate that question. I
Suddenly
wrote
forget
them
every
down.
movie you've ever
yeah,
seen.
that's what happens every time. That's like the date question, and I'm like, God, you're so stupid and boring. I hate you.
I hope that's how you respond.
That is how I respond.
You,
I
like,
don't get many
smack
dates.
yourself on the forehead and
Yeah.
go, God, I'm so dumb.
Stupid. No.
Favorite movie?
Whenever I
Spit
get
it
asked
out.
that question, I have to like categorize them because if I'm like, if I have to narrow down one movie to rule them all, I'll take years. Because do you want me to just go down the list?
Yeah.
Of just like
Sure.
What's your favorite action movie?
action movie?
Yeah.
Probably John Wick 2.
2? All right.
2. That was the first one I saw, but also I think that one's really good. I
haven't
think
seen John
3's
Wick.
probably the best one, but I
Yeah.
don't remember all of it.
I like Keanu. He's my feminist icon of the week.
Keanu.
I
That's
love
not true.
Keanu
That's not
Reeves.
true.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't that, I'd probably pick something like Karate Kid or something else more
With,
traditional.
Jaden Smith?
No. But that I did love that movie growing up, even though it
I liked
probably is not that great.
I know. I feel like I have a different memory of it than it
Yeah.
actually was.
I was like, man, Jaden Smith was really good in that movie, and he probably wasn't.
I remember a movie I meant to write down but didn't bring up. So I feel like there are a lot more furries in like the 21st century.
Oh,
Yes,
definitely.
ma'am.
And it's because of the movies and TV shows that we grew up with. Number
The
one that
Lion
I think
King.
of, a formative movie from my childhood, is the animated movie Balto.
I don't think I've ever even
I
Doesn't
heard
pass
of
the
that
Bechdel
one.
test, first of all.
Yeah.
But also they're all dogs, so I don't know if that applies.
Good question.
But it's like only 2 female dog characters, and they have the really fluffy chests.
yeah.
That's how
Of
you can
course.
tell. And I remember one scene, they're supposed to be all like excited about the races and this lead sled dog who's so cool, so hunky, so handsome. And the little like Pomeranian type dog pushes her front fluff together and like
Oh my
shakes
God.
it.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
I watched this movie recently and it ruined my entire childhood.
What's it called?
Balto.
Balto.
Balto. Do y'all know the story of Balto?
No.
In Anchorage, Alaska, a long time ago, there was I don't remember what disease it was, but they needed like the medication from Juneau. So they had to have a team of sled dogs to go and get it because it was there was a storm, so they couldn't fly. The story or legend or whatever is that he's like a half wolf, half dog mix, and they add him to this sled team, and he like leads the sled team to safety and gets the medication back.
I think
to
I
the-
actually know the movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
and I just had so many memories flood back.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then
Yeah.
there's like the red husky that is the girl because she's red.
I feel like
course.
I've seen like the cover for it. Or
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
in
poster,
Blockbuster.
maybe something somewhere.
That's a
Yeah.
really
think-
formative movie from my
I think
childhood.
the other furry instigator, I don't know what you call it, but the other furry one is just fucking Space Jam.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Space Jam.
Absolutely. That's
absolutely Space Jam.
Why one?
And then
Why?
Just
just
Why
'cause
was
of
Because
Lola
of the-
Bunny
Lola
like
Bunny.
so sexy?
she was
Yeah,
stacked.
I don't know why.
And why did
If
Bugs
for
Bunny
no reason.
actually have a personality?
Well, I think Bugs Bunny is also really misogynistic in that entire movie.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess also Lola Bunny is just like her entire character is like, I am girl, I am hot, and
Yeah.
that's all I am.
Yeah.
So
So actually, the writers are misogynistic.
Is it really Bugs Bunny's fault? Like, come
Right.
on, guys.
It's
like,
the writers.
Cancel Bugs Bunny.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like no wonder that all these people want to dress up like cartoon animals and fuck.
Yeah, right.
It's yeah.
It
Makes
really is
sense.
no wonder.
It
All
makes
of these like Gen Z, or not even Gen Z, like the millennials.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like they started it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
boomers fucked millennials on that.
Are we listing our favorite movies, or are we?
Yeah, Chandler.
Okay,
Well,
so
wait, Josiah, you
do you
had
have
more.
do you have
Oh,
any more, Josiah?
Yeah, I think I do on my notepad on my phone. Favorite Marvel movie? Thor Ragnarok.
Good
Does
choice.
it should pass the Bechdel test.
Does it?
If you think
It probably.
we don't need
I don't
feminism
know.
today, you have to really think about whether your movies have enough women in them to pass this test.
True. Okay, so for romance,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't think of romance movies. The first one that came to mind is a Christmas movie called The Shop Around the Corner. I
haven't seen
Do you
it.
guys know it at
No.
all?
Is it like a
No.
Hallmark movie or something?
No, it's like an old like 50s.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
Some-
it's
yeah, it's
It's
like it's black and
probably-
white.
misogyny.
It's probably- yeah.
It's black and white. I think it's all right for the time,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
like
So it's not like
It's-
directly.
yeah, it's kind of like what's the You Got Mail, I think, where it's like
yeah.
this
Seen that one either.
dude is writing another girl, but then he meets her in person. And then
Okay.
that she does it. They don't know that each other are like their pen pal or whatever.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. She gets mad at him. She's like, "You're bow-legged," and he's like really hurt by this,
Fuck.
like something like that.
That's
and
kind of mean.
at the end of the movie, he like there's like a scene where they're like making up, and he like pulls up his pants, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're not bow-legged."
What?
Yeah, it's like huh? I guess I wonder if this
Did
was
he
like
have
a
his pants down the whole movie?
no, like he
Just like walk around with his dick flopping
Yeah.
out.
which
Full ass cheeks.
which would make
hanging out
that
in
slap,
1950.
slap, slap.
yeah, if he did have his pants down the entire movie, that insult would make more
Well, you're
sense.
fucking bow-legged, so. So wait, what does pulling his pants up have to do with?
Like he pulled his like pants legs up.
Oh.
Yeah, like
pulled,
he did,
Okay,
like-
pulled his like.
yeah, they were
pant
making
cuffs.
up after intercourse now.
So okay.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, you're that guy I've been writing emails to? Whoa.
You're fucking bow-legged.
yeah,
Get
he
out of
brought
my
up
house.
he brought up writing letters during intercourse.
Oh.
No.
During?
No. During?
Do you have any other favorite movies, Josiah?
You guys all have some written down. I'll finish
I have
this up.
some.
Yeah, by the way, I don't think that passes the Bechdel test.
But okay.
But
Yeah.
my next one definitely doesn't. Airplane for comedy.
Oh, really?
Oh.
That makes sense.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
Airplane
Came out in
or
the
Princess
80s.
Bride.
Does Princess Bride pass the Bechdel test? I almost think that one does.
I don't think
I'm
it
trying to think of all the women
does.
characters. We can
So-
actually look this up.
the princess. Yeah, you can look it up.
I
Google
put
it.
my laptop away.
For horror, I have The Thing, like the 1980s version, the one where they're stuck in like the Antarctic or whatever the fuck, and
Okay.
they
heard
find
of
an
it, yeah.
alien in the ice, and then one person gets infected, but no one knows who's infected. It's actually a really good movie, and it has really funny, but at the time, super cool practical effects. Because it's like the alien thing where like an alien bursts out of the guy's chest, but instead of it being like this little tiny like tube, it's this giant serpent monster that goes to the roof.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's sick. The practical effects are awesome. but
Princess
but
Bride
nowadays,
does not pass the Bechdel test.
I knew it.
Makes sense.
It's really the damsel in distress typical
Yeah.
storyline.
Like in that, I was like maybe like someone like the villagers or like are talking to each other, but
No, they don't even get lines.
Thor Ragnarok does not.
Yeah, I didn't think it did.
What was the other one?
Shop
Oh,
around the
Airplane,
corner.
Airplane.
Oh, and Airplane.
I don't
guess I
think
have, like,
Airplane
Let's see if
will.
any of your favorite movies pass.
I don't think most of
I-
mine do.
I specifically picked the ones. that-
Airplane does. Yes, it does.
Oh, it's
Nice.
probably the flight attendants and shit like
Okay.
that.
I think they prefer the term flight servants. What was the 1950s one?
The Thing.
The
Oh no,
Shop
the
Around the
Shop Around the
Corner.
Corner.
Nothing comes up under that movie title.
Rip.
Shop Around the Corner.
Yeah.
Is
It's
that
probably
that
'cause
might
it's
not be it?
old.
And I'm stupid because I always watch with my mom and I don't
Oh,
know the name
well.
of it. But
Cute. The Thing passed 0 of the 3 requirements.
Rip.
So there's not even like 2 women.
oh yeah. I forgot. I don't even know why. It's literally just men like trapped in the like Antarctica or something.
So you had 1.
Woo! Let's go.
Did.
But did you do John Wick 2? I
did
don't
not.
think it does. Do any of the John Wicks pass? Yeah, does his dead wife talk to any other women?
No, none of them pass.
Fuck.
No. That makes sense though.
Yeah.
Well, actually it doesn't. Why? Why are there not women in these movies?
I don't know. Well, there are.
And there
Yeah, it's a
there is
gunslinger.
not really
Yeah.
like a love story in it. And the women who are there, he's either fighting against or
Yeah.
or they are like accessories.
Yeah. I think the more important thing is that there are women in the movies and it's more of the number, I'd say.
But
of
see,
women.
we are so past women just being
Being there.
in movies.
Like,
Like this is 2021. We really got to have some like starring roles.
Yeah, but
which we do.
I think if you were to, I feel like it's pedantic to just be like, okay, a woman has to talk to another woman. If it's like on a case by case basis, then yeah.
It is. It
But
is.
yeah.
And that's why the tests are not like an end all be all.
Yeah, like all the tests you read out, if a movie had to like pass those, then
Yeah.
it would just be a clusterfuck.
Mm-hmm.
It'd just be a checklist, and then it would just be not genuine at all.
Exactly.
So it depends on the story, and if
Yeah.
the story allows room
Like-
for women to be involved
Yeah,
in that way,
if there's
go
like a
ahead
story,
and just do it.
if there's like a story like centered around a lot of women, or there are a lot of women in the story and they're not talking to each other, then that's a little bit weird.
If they're all just
But
like
if it's, like-
accessories and girlfriends
Yeah.
that actually don't really have anything to do with anything, or just die.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite Marvel movie?
Let's go to
So
Chandler
here we can
says
go
all of
down.
them.
We can go down the list. My favorite movie, like of all time, kind of, is Ratatouille.
That's a really
That's
good one.
cute.
Not sure if it passes the Bechdel test.
There's not a lot of women.
I don't think it does.
Flushed Away might pass it, but not Ratatouille.
No, and I just love Ratatouille so much. I think everybody should watch it.
That's such a cute movie.
I put it on when I go to cook, and whenever I'm like making food,
It's very fitting.
right? It makes me hungry. It doesn't pass.
Does not pass.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't.
The Bechdel test, like, you can have movies with two women talking to each other about things other than men, and it still be a misogynist movie.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I
absolutely.
bet.
So it's like it's just a baseline.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because I think a lot, or not a lot, but every time I have the feeling that a woman is in a movie just for there to be a woman in a movie,
Right.
then it's like, okay, you're not actually
Exactly.
doing what you think you're doing.
Exactly.
It's just hurting you instead. Yeah,
Huh.
Megan Fox and Transformers.
Yeah.
No, that's okay though. We love Megan Fox. We love Machine Gun Kelly.
So my second movie is Princess and the Frog, the Disney movie.
That's also a good one.
I
That is
love
a
that
good
movie
one.
so
But
much, and
my-
I don't think. Well, it might actually.
I bet it does.
Tiana and her mom.
I bet I bet
Yeah,
it does.
yeah.
Okay,
totally.
good, awesome.
I
I didn't think it did, but I completely forgot about the almost there
Mm-hmm.
sequence where it's literally just her mom and Tiana.
saw that movie in theaters, but my parents didn't like it because they
Witchcraft?
did not like the witchcraft in it.
Well, I got
They-
voodoo, I got hoodoo,
So
I
I
got
was
things
like-
I haven't even tried.
I got friends on the other side.
I was like not allowed to like that
love
movie
that
as a
movie.
kid, pretty much.
I heard when it came out, I didn't see it, but my mom worked at a daycare center, and the teachers at the daycare center were saying like, it's just too intense for kids. Like, I just think it's
Oh,
too
yeah.
much. It's like too much on the dark magic.
I agree, though.
I
but
think, yeah,
that
there was a-
last scene in the graveyard is terrifying.
Yeah.
Also, another movie why people are furries nowadays. Just like the way the frogs are built. I guess it's so you know who's who. But like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't like when animal characters have tits and it's not the correct amount of tits. Like Rouge in Sonic, bats have tits in their armpits to breastfeed, and they've got 4 of them.
Yeah.
That'd be
And
awesome.
she
if
wears a
had-
fucking corset and bra
That'd be awesome if she
in
had
Sonic
armpit
Adventure.
tits.
I wish they just came out of her armpits.
That would be a better character design.
Honestly, I agree.
So my next movie, I still don't know if it passes. It might. Django Unchained. I love that movie.
Yes.
It might.
So much of that is
It
Jamie
might be
Foxx.
for like
Yeah.
5
It
seconds.
doesn't.
It doesn't.
It
Okay.
I
doesn't?
want to say there's like not women main characters in it.
The sister.
No.
There's like
the
2.
sister and the
There's
the
There's the wife. The wife.
house.
Yeah.
The female house slave
Yeah.
at Candyland. But it's about men. It's
does
about
not.
Django and Mr. Candy.
Does not pass.
I would like this to be that like if it does not pass the test, it's a shit movie and you're not allowed to like
Yeah, you're not allowed to watch
You're
it.
not allowed to watch any of these movies. Stop. I need to stop
Django
watching
is really
Ratatouille
good.
'cause
I
it
think
doesn't
that's
pass.
definitely one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino.
I love that movie. It's
I like
there's some parts that are just too much to watch. I cannot
Oh,
watch
yeah.
the Mandingo fighting scene. It hurts my heart too
Oh.
much. I hate it.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that was hard to watch.
It's so hard to watch. I fucking hate it.
oh, it's fucked up.
They
It's
called
so
it
fucked
Mandingo
up.
fighting in the movie. I'm not sure what else I should call it. To be fair, if you know, listeners, please tell me and I will correct myself. Very willingly.
What's next?
Next movie.
Yep.
The Great Gatsby, the 2013 version.
Oh, I love
I
that
love
one.
that movie so much.
Now,
That's on
does
my
it
list,
pass?
too.
I have no idea.
I have not seen that movie actually.
I hope it does, but
And I
I
have
don't
not
think
read
it
the book.
does.
I
feel
want to
like
say because her and her cousin are talking to each other, but I think they talk about Gatsby, or
Yeah.
they're talking about Nick.
Yeah. That's their conversations revolve around guys. But
And
I
it's written
fucking
by
love that
a guy.
movie. I love that movie so much.
I just love the way that movie is like put together.
Me too. It's the
But-
music is great.
sadly,
It's amazing
you're not allowed to like it,
because
and you're a
because
sexist.
it doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
Yep.
Oh, passes 3 out of 3 tests.
Oh,
wait.
okay.
Yeah, this is from 2013. Yep.
Fucking good.
Oh, it says although dubious.
What?
So it like puts women in like certain places
Oh, I bet.
throughout. Daisy. She has a kid. They don't ever show the kid, but she's talking about the kid to her cousin, and she's like, "Yeah, when I realized I was having a daughter, I hope she would be a fool, because that's really the only way she's going to be able to make it is if she's dumb."
Fool.
Okay, so the comments on the Great Gatsby on the Bechdel test like list I've got here, it's dubious
It's a
whether
heated
they
debate.
actually talk about whether some of the conversations are actually talking about Gatsby or not.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Up in the
Take
air.
it
but it
you
passes
will.
the other two.
You get half a point, Chandler.
And then this last one, I just kind of like cheated.
You cheated?
I just put the MCU.
Boo. Pick
Okay,
one.
but
pick
if
one,
I'm gonna
one.
pick one, Age of Ultron.
Really?
Really?
I love that one.
That's bold.
Really?
I love that one.
That is bold. I actually like that movie, but
I really- I
everyone I
think
watched it with hated
Of
it.
all of the Avengers movies, I think that one is my favorite.
It passes.
Great.
That one's got everybody in it. So.
Yeah, and
I like Ultron.
After watching WandaVision, I just love seeing like the beginning stages of Wanda and Vision.
Yeah.
And in that movie and the show, we get the whole like behind the scenes in the
Mm-hmm.
show of like them talking about like not coming into her room through the wall. And then in the movie, she's like, "We talked about this vision." But
Yeah.
we see that in WandaVision. It's amazing. I love that. I
Yeah.
love the MCU
I like
so
that.
much.
I like that one because I was not expecting Vision to just like appear. I was like, "Yo,
And
that's
pick
sick."
up the
Yeah,
hammer.
exactly.
He just
That
like
was sick,
handed
too.
it to Thor, and everybody's like,
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
Agent Hill in that
I
same
hate
like party
Agent
scene
Hill.
before that, she's like, "Thor, Captain America, where are the ladies?" And then they go back and forth on like which
My kinda
girlfriend is
gal.
better. Like, well, Jane, I don't even know what country Jane is in. And then, oh no, it wasn't Captain America. It was Tony. And Tony was like, "Well, Pepper's running like the biggest company in the world, blah blah
Yo,
blah." And they just
Pepper.
like go back
We
and
love
forth
Pepper.
and
We do
pit
love
their
Pepper.
girlfriends against each other.
Nice.
So I wanted to talk about one more movie.
Like cunt. Sorry. Are we recording?
That's
Yeah.
a great.
Yeah.
That's a great.
Do you want me to wait to elaborate on this movie, or do we want to get into your list?
What is it? Pleasantville? Pleasantville passes the Bechdel test.
Okay, Pleasantville. It's set in the 90s, and it's about this show that is kind of like this universe is like Andy Griffith, and there's this boy who goes to this high school who is in love with the show. One night, the show is doing this like marathon. And this magical like TV guy to like come fix your TV, like the TV repairman, whatever at the time, came by to like quote unquote fix his TV, but was like, "You love this show, right? Pleasantville, that's the
And
name
then
of
he
the
like
show."
got on his knees and
And
sucked
then-
the guy's dick. Sorry.
Yes, it's a porno.
Yeah, that's what I
No.
thought. That's where I thought this was going.
No. And okay, but the TV repair guy is Don Knotts, Barney Fife from Andy Griffith
Oh.
before he
really?
died. This is one of the last
None of
movies
these
he
people are
did
women,
before
Chandler.
he died. There is a Reese Witherspoon's in this movies too.
Nice.
Then Reese Witherspoon and her brother, because of Don Knotts' TV magic, get transported into the show, into the two main characters, the son and daughter of this family in the show. As the show is going on, because they're from the real world, they're exposing the people in the show to like different kinds of knowledge and just different ways
Yeah.
of living their life. And so these people, they are in black and white, and they're starting to come to color.
Oh.
And people, the more and more people that are getting turned into color because they're like becoming self-aware and like have emotions and shit now, instead of
becoming
just living by a script. the town, the people who are still like black and white are like
Yeah.
segregating the colored people, the colorful people.
Ooh,
And-
that's a sentence.
I'm
That's
sorry,
a sentence.
I'm sorry. The colorful people.
We're leaving that in too.
The colorful people. There's a part where one of the main characters, the mom, she has gained self-awareness, is like colorful now, and the husband, not the husband.
She's in
the-
Technicolor now.
Yeah, the son helps her cover it up because her makeup is still in black and white. But one night, the mom leaves the house. The dad comes home, the husband comes home, and his routine is to come home, open the door, put his hat down, put his suitcase down, and go, honey, I'm home.
Cute.
And the wife walks around and like greets him. Hi, how you doing? Dinner's ready, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't do that one night.
Yeah.
And so he walks around the house going, honey, I'm home.
Oh my
With
gosh.
all the lights are off in the house. Nobody's there. And
like
so
a
he
horror
walks
movie.
in the kitchen. Honey, I'm home. Walks in the living room. Honey, I'm home. And then he goes, where is my dinner? He looks in the oven, looks in the like little pantry or whatever. Where is my dinner?
He's more worried about
Honey,
his food.
I'm home. And just that whole
great.
trope.
Yeah.
That at that point in time, it's like the wife has the dinner. And that was another thing. He got so upset. He went to where his other friends were bowling that night,
Yeah.
told his friends about it. And he was like, I didn't have dinner. And then the other guy friends were like, there was no dinner? He was like, I said, honey, I'm home. And she wasn't
wasn't
home.
there.
And they were like, oh my, she wasn't there. Where is she? No
awesome.
dinner? One guy was like, no dinner. He looked over to the guy next to him like, no dinner. Did you hear that? It's just so funny to me. It passes the Bechdel test, but that whole scene was hilarious. As soon as I watched it the other day, I was like, I'm going to need to talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's my dinner?
that's a different test. Whether it just breaks a trope.
Right?
Yeah.
He was so confused. It like shattered his reality. He didn't turn colorful at that moment. He was just like really concerned.
That's awesome. It's called Pleasantville.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Should watch it.
What's it on?
HBO Max.
My turn. So I only watch like highbrow art movies, so I bet all of mine are gonna pass the Bechdel test.
You actually like none of these movies, but you just say that you like them.
Top
Yeah,
10
I actually
movies that passed
Googled
the
the
Bechdel test.
top. Yeah, I went on Reddit and found the top movies so I could be based.
Right.
God, I just love being based and having Reddit upvotes.
Based.
So my first one I have is the movie Parasite.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Artsy fartsy.
So
We both did the same
good.
thing,
It won
Josiah.
movie of the year. It's so good.
I just base everything off of if it won movie of the year, and then everyone thinks I'm.
Was it number
Cool.
one? I
If
only
it's-
watch and listen to number ones.
If it's
Imagine
not
if you
number
lived
one,
your life
don't
that
talk
way.
to me.
Does it pass the Bechdel test? Yes, it does.
Let's go.
Such
Now
a
this
good
is
movie.
where Stacy stunts on us and just fucking destroys us
God
in
damn
the
it,
Bechdel
Stacey.
test.
Y'all, I'm an actual feminist. I don't know
Yeah.
what you're doing
You're
here.
just a more of a long-term feminist. I'll catch up.
Yeah, I just wear
Don't
wear
worry.
shirts and bandanas that say I'm a feminist.
And women love you, don't
Yeah,
they?
I have so many bumper stickers.
It's the same bumper sticker, just like all over your
I'm
back
a feminist, I'm a
windshield.
feminist. I'm a feminist.
I heart
Yeah.
feminist.
I'm an ultra simp. for
I only
feminists.
fuck feminists.
Feminism is bae.
I can't even identify as a feminist because I'm not cool enough. I'm a man. I don't deserve it.
Earlier, when I was looking up like chick flicks to see which ones were directed by men, the
Yeah.
majority of the articles that came up were like chick flicks that men also like, chick flicks that men dig too.
I hate when I have to Google things for this podcast because it's like I want things for women, and yeah, you just get garbage.
Yeah.
I
It just recommends you garbage.
Yeah, you type in women and it's like, oh, you are a woman? Here's tampon ads.
Fuck you.
That's real though. I get ads for Diva cups all
Oh,
the
I bet.
times.
Oh yeah. I get
I'm
ads for
just
bras
saying
and
this out loud.
lingerie
My phone's
constantly.
right next to me. I'm about to get ads for Diva cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because we're saying.
But it
Diva
knows.
cup.
But your phone knows you're a man, so it's gonna be like, "Is your girlfriend
Or I'm
having
a-
period cramps?
I could be a lesbian.
Try
and
a
it's been
Diva cup."
And we were talking about oh come on, we were saying the word girlfriend earlier. We've been saying all the keywords.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yep.
Instagram's gonna give you all that shit.
Let's go.
Let's
I'm
go.
I'm a woman now.
That's fine.
whatever you please, whatever you like.
On Instagram, I am now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll put that in my
Right,
bio.
right.
Have different pronouns for all of your social media
Yeah.
accounts.
Just confuse my employers.
Just put all. Call me everything.
Call me anything you want.
No, call me everything. Address me by your name.
By your name.
That's
Yeah. Are we making fun of pronouns on a feminist?
whatever your pronouns are. Those are my pronouns too.
Yeah.
Call me. Call me by your pronoun. Why do I find that so funny?
Call her daddy. That's
Call
my
her
favorite.
daddy. That's the future.
Some people
Yeah.
do that.
Changing
That's
the
okay.
world. I tried to ask somebody to pass me a vape the other day at a baseball game.
And they gave you a tampon.
I know, I couldn't figure out where the button was.
It's just like
When that happens all the time with
Oh.
my girlfriends. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Not the
That's so
tampon. Oh my god, the vape.
And so I asked the person next to me, I was like, hey, tell Reagan to hand me the vape, pass it on. And it got passed on. And what got to Reagan was, hey, I have a little pee-pee.
No, it was
Or no, what was it?
It was to me. It was like, tell Reagan he has a small pee-pee.
That's what it was. That's
Are you
what it was.
serious?
Yeah.
Yes, I
That's
was
so
genuinely trying to ask Reagan for
Wait,
something, and
wait.
it got passed down telephone to Josiah,
That's
who asked Reagan for the
hilarious.
vape.
I think we still got you the vape, right? Like,
Yes,
did we? Okay.
eventually. But I had to
but-
lean over and ask him.
But I told Reagan he has a big pee-pee because I'm a good friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's just what guy friends do. I don't know if you knew that. We're not toxic. We just say our friends have big penises. That's just guys' friendships. In a
Y'all
nutshell.
That is
joke a
guys'
lot more
friendships.
about fucking each other.
Yeah, because it's funny and not gay.
I know, Chandler, you get so, like, concerned when I make gay jokes.
Do
Chandler just
Not
hates gay
progressive.
people.
Do
it's
I?
okay.
I don't know.
Chandler.
It's all coming out on the podcast this
you
week.
you don't have a dick.
I don't have a dick. I have a clit, though, so that's like... That's
You're
like
almost-
tiny
about the
dick.
Yeah, you're almost
Yeah.
there.
That's teeny tiny
It's-
dick.
That's
If-
pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Girls can have clits so big they're like a dickhead, like
Kind of, yeah.
coming out of the front of their
Yeah.
vagina.
They're a dickhead.
Whenever they're like
No, they have a dickhead.
Okay. I understand women
Does
way
your
more
clit
now.
swell? Yes, it does. Yes,
Yes,
it does.
your clit does.
That's
swell
correct.
when you're turned on. All of those muscles down there do. Like everything kind of gets a little bit bigger down there because blood rushes to it.
This is what I expected when
FYI.
I come on the show, but now I'm like here. I'm like, I actually don't want this to happen.
See, have you listened to the first episode, you motherfucker?
I did that. Okay,
Yeah.
but that is all I've listened to. I've only listened to the first episode.
You
It
should
was
listen to
very
all
good.
of
and I
them.
love the first episode.
We can make
but-
it worse. You want to talk about discharge?
If
If you really
It was
want
really
to
good, yeah.
get products that are safe for the environment, use your own discharge to bleach your hair.
oh my god, yeah,
You-
discharge, ladies,
know what
discharge.
discharge
I
is?
thought you were trying to say dish detergent.
No, discharge. Do you guys know what
Do
discharge
guys?
is?
Okay, wait. I have a question. Do guys have like discharge?
There's
In the same
does someone
way,
need to see a
there's
doctor?
There's pre-cum.
That's not the
there's
same
pre-cum.
thing.
Whoa, that is not the same
Not the
thing.
same
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by discharge. So there's this
It's
thing
not the same
called
thing, though.
there's this thing called cum, Stacy. I don't or semen.
I
Do
don't
you
think
know?
you know what discharge is. I don't think anybody in this room knows
No, I
what
don't
it
know
is.
what you mean
I
by
do.
dis. Or
Okay, sorry.
I think I-
Chandler
yeah.
definitely does. Might be.
this is what we're here for. This is you have to explain.
Josiah,
Right.
You have to.
What is discharge?
Well, it's
Guess.
it's the it's the non it's the
Whoa.
it's
Go
the
ahead.
it's the
Take your time.
It's like pee, but not. Yeah, no, I don't know what discharge is. I could guess, but
Yeah,
Guess.
yeah, guess.
Guess. We want your guess.
it's what comes
Right,
out
right.
when
Uh-huh.
the
Uh-huh.
prostate
Yeah, yep, you're right. Go ahead.
is stimulated.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, when females are stimulated, that is what is discharged.
That's right. When the girl's prostate is stimulated, that's when the
Did not-
discharge comes
okay,
out.
The prostate was a joke, but
None of that's correct.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so no.
Okay, cool.
Do you wanna explain
It's
or
just
do you want
like
me
it's like sweating, right? Like it's just sweat.
Yeah, it's just labia sweat.
Okay,
It's
cool.
just
Yeah, yeah.
pussy sweat.
Yeah, that's what it is, really. What is it? I want to know now.
So
Go ahead. Do you want me to explain or you explain? We can go into the biology of it or what?
do
my
one.
understanding
do
of
one
it
word
is
after the
that
other.
it is cleaning.
That's funny.
Because the vagina is a self-cleaning organ.
Yes, it is.
And as it's cleaning itself, it excretes discharge, and that discharge
that's
is
what you mean
white.
by discharge.
The discharge is white.
Yeah, that's what
or
it's
it
fucking
can
called.
be, or it can be slimy. Or here, like
It's okay.
you can. I
It's
have
a
an app
mucus-
where you can log the kind of discharge that you are.
Jeez.
It's a period
Oh,
app.
so you know when
log
you're, like,
the kind of
ovulating and
discharge.
stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's different. There's like sticky, creamy, egg white.
Yellow,
Those are the different
red,
brown.
Yeah.
I'm learning too much. This is
Sometimes
information
after
overload.
the period,
this
I
is
know
how you
too
get
brown.
much.
That's how you get brownie points with girls.
I'm gonna get like taken out by an FBI agent now. Like guys aren't supposed to have this information. The government has worked
but-
its hardest to
So-
not let me know this.
Yeah.
So you know how the nose is a self-cleaning mechanism?
Yeah.
And like, you know, it
Sure.
you like have to blow your nose occasionally,
drain
you
it.
get boogers that you got to get out.
Yeah.
It's almost essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
So
The vagina has a mucus
vagina is
lining that discharges throughout the day and the month and it gets on your underwear and it's slimy and it's pretty much the consistency of what you cough up when you're sick.
And
That's
it can
not
bleach,
positive.
and a lot of times does bleach
Yeah.
underwear.
Yep.
It like lightens your underwear.
So
and
I
that's
ask
fine.
again, do guys have discharge?
well,
in the way that like in the way that women do.
No.
Y'all have pre-cum.
Y'all don't-
But
Yeah.
that
y'all
is
don't
when
leaky
you're
leaky.
aroused.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're not leaky.
Yeah, y'all don't
If-
have to
if
wear
your
like
dick
a
is
liner on
leaky,
your underwear to leak.
That's a problem.
I was about to say, if your dick is
You
leaking,
have-
I think you need to go see a doctor.
What is it? You have gonorrhea. Yeah, if you have, if, you're, if you have
Oozing
a,
is not my favorite word.
if you got a
Dick
leaky
is
dick,
constantly oozing, he said.
yeah. Any men in the audience, if you got a leaky dick, go
see a
get
doctor.
yourself checked for gonorrhea and get a diaper. You fucking animal.
Just insult them for having an
Yeah,
STD.
you fucking loser simp nerd.
Stacy, movies.
Movies. So the next one that I have is Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, okay. I've seen. I watched that one at school.
Movie. It's
Does
so
it pass the
good.
Bechdel test?
It does.
Is that the
very
one
nice.
with the,
With the mom and
monster with
daughter.
the eyes in his hands?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I got shown a scene
horrifying
from that
scene.
in art class in college.
I watched the whole movie in English class in high school.
Why?
It is a
it's
really
good story.
Wait,
it's a good
No.
in
story.
English?
Yeah.
I haven't
But
seen
it's
this movie,
in
but it
Spanish.
doesn't.
Well,
It's a
fucking-
European Spanish movie.
Okay, but fuck.
So it's a Spanish
English
Yeah.
in 12th grade is not learning the language English at that point. We were dissecting the plot and the story and the characters.
movie. Well, in America, not really.
Then why wouldn't you read a book?
Because my teacher obviously wanted to teach a movie instead of a book.
All right.
It's
Well-
probably easier.
Can't argue with that.
I had no idea why we did one and the other. We did read a lot of books though. Or we're
But did
told
you
to.
read the
I
books?
You
I was about
read
to say
books
we're
in English
told
class?
to, but
What
may
the
not have
fuck?
actually read them.
Women also get physicals, right?
Yeah.
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 They get like checkups.
Like
Are you talking about like
But they don't like
Vagina
grab your
physicals?
testicles
Like,
and
okay,
they
like-
cough.
you guys got physicals in middle school, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Like,
and high school.
what do they do?
Like check you for scoliosis.
Yeah, that's a
like
big one.
They don't touch your
they
balls
check
and make
your-
you cough.
No, but
I already made that joke.
they do take a peek at your genitals.
Yuck.
Just a quick peek.
And it's
That's
always
how they
a
said
man,
it to me.
right?
They're like, I'm just gonna take a quick peek, and it literally
Yeah.
was that.
Yeah.
And if there's
Okay,
Or they'll
And
do
they'll
like the quick
ask.
peek and
Okay,
they'll
do-
press on one side and press on the other side.
yeah,
Make sure there's
and
not
they'll
like
ask like,
cysts.
how is it feeling? How are you doing? Like,
male doctors allowed to do that?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
mean,
what if it's an underage
They're
girl?
doctors.
the parent is in the room.
They're doctors.
What
Yeah.
if it's an underage girl?
The parent
Parents
is in
are
the
in the
room.
Mm,
I think I had one
yeah,
female
sure.
doctor do that, and one male doctor at one point do that.
yeah.
And my mom was in the room both times. And
I've only ever had women doctors.
my mom, I think if the doctor would have tried to do anything,
I don't know why that's funny to
if
me.
anything would have happened,
It's
that
not
doctor
funny.
would have needed a doctor.
yes.
Yeah.
So there at that
Yeah.
point, I trusted my mom. I trusted my mom being
Yeah,
in
we
the
have
room.
guns in the States, so it's not that kosher for them to do that.
Montana,
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
Guess where we are. Just fucking guess. I
just
want you to
fucking
guess
guess.
every
Yeah.
time where we are.
We're going to go geocaching in the
We're
next
so
episode.
off
You'll be able to
topic.
find out then.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
It's been
I
so
don't know
long
why I
since
asked that. I was just curious because I was
Yeah.
like, wait, is a physical like only a guy thing?
No,
There's
no.
no way.
They'll
But yeah.
ask you to like
They'll ask
bend
you to
over,
breathe
see if you
in,
can
breathe
touch your
out.
toes. Yeah, breathe
cough.
in, breathe out.
It's just
They'll
something I
feel
never
like they'll
thought
listen
of.
to your heartbeat. They'll look in your
Yeah.
ears, look at your eyes, look up
Yeah.
your nose, look in your mouth.
Yeah,
Check
They
your
tell
weight
you to
and your
bend
height.
over. They put a glove on, put it up your butt.
my doctor right
norm.
now is like still my pediatrician. Like he's the same doctor.
How old are you?
I'm 4.
Oh shit.
4-year-old is on the podcast, y'all.
Yeah, I still go to a pediatrician doctor.
He's still like
He's like
playing with
still
all the
playing with all the toys.
yeah, play with
Yeah,
all the toys
my-
in the waiting room. Go down the little,
Yeah.
go down the slide in the waiting room.
Oh yeah, the reason I brought up that my doctor is still my pediatrician is because he has like the physical procedure like down pads, like boom, 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 like slaps me in the ass, fucking like
Yeah.
touches my nuts and it makes me cough, whatever. But like
Do
as
they
he's
actually do
doing
that,
this,
or is that a joke?
yeah,
Okay,
he
okay. They make
you
punches me in the
cough?
dick. But
They stroke it very nicely.
well,
Should you?
that's illegal.
Do we want to talk about movies?
Yes, please.
My next one's Midsummer. I love that movie. I
Oh.
love Florence Pugh and how she makes the frowny face.
I love the pouty face.
She's got the perfect frown.
I've not seen Midsummer.
You haven't seen it? It's actually really worth it.
I
It passes
think-
the Bechdel test, so
Is
it's
it
got
a
women in
girly
it.
movie?
no.
Oh,
I think you should watch it.
I had
If
to.
you
It's actually a
like
horror
intense
movie.
Horror movies.
That's
it's
awesome.
really good.
Dude, are you guys gonna go see *Malignant*? The shittiest
Malignant?
horror movie I think.
Probably not. I've seen
Or
ads
the,
for it on
the
Snapchat.
trailer. Yeah, I keep seeing so many ads for this.
is it a movie where
shitty-
somebody gets cancer?
No, it's
No, I
like
don't know.
it's like this girl, her like
I have no idea.
I've seen that.
her
That's
like
Fault in Our Stars.
childhood like imaginary friend like comes back and like haunts her. But like the trailers are incredibly vague and it's just like her like running around the house like, oh no, it's here. But you never see anything. You're like, this movie just looks like it could be literally any horror movie.
About anything.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like the Blair Witch Project.
That's
I don't know
Does
why I
the
brought
Blair
that
Witch
up.
Project pass the Bechdel test?
I'm not sure because there's just that
know.
one girl, but they do
There's
have some.
2 girls standing in the corner looking away, but they are talking about something that isn't a man.
Well, so the main girl and the witch have a conversation about something other than a man?
Not
or
on
is it
screen.
like they're caught by the witch and it's like, oh my God, one of the boys that I'm staying with tried to touch my boob.
No, if they do have a conversation, it's not on screen.
What?
The witch and the girl.
Wait, but like, does that pass?
No,
Oh well, it's
and they
off
probably
screen.
didn't have a conversation because they like encounter the witch head on at the end of the movie.
That's only in the new
I would
one.
like to make the argument that
They don't meet the witch in the first one.
I know, but they go to the house. It's implied that she's there.
Either way, it does pass the Bechdel test.
Okay, great.
I would like to make the argument that a movie
argument?
with 2 women in it, 2 women actresses,
Mm-hmm.
at some point during the filming, probably do talk to each other about something that isn't a man.
That's
So
probably
I
behind
think
the scenes.
all of these movies back
That's
to back
probably
don't pass.
true. You got me. You got
What's
me.
funny is
All movies
Might
are
not be true.
feminist.
it'd be funny if just like all female actresses just I don't know why I keep saying female actresses. If all actresses, if all male actresses just didn't talk to each other.
The next one I have for like my romance section, the only one that I can think of is the one that I've seen 900 times, and it's 50 First Dates with Adam Sandler.
Oh, I love that one.
50
It's
Shades
so
of First Dates.
cute.
50 Shades of First Dates.
She like can't remember shit.
yeah, she's
Oh.
got dementia or
I've seen
something.
like the first half of that
It's like
movie.
short-term memory loss.
I
but
mean, it's the same
her-
thing
Is
it
over and
good?
over again.
do you want to
Yeah,
explain
you see
it?
the first half, you've seen the end.
Yeah,
If at
it's
all.
like it's this girl who's got like short-term memory loss, so she wakes up every day on the same day, essentially.
better.
So Adam Sandler, the love interest, like has to remind her that they've met over and over again. They fall in love over time, but she forgets. I actually don't know how
Well,
it's not
okay.
like a sexual abuse movie, but
So-
whatever.
Or like even a creepy stalker movie because
Exactly.
the rest of the town or like the people that know her and her family kind of set up each day to be the same day for her. Like
That's
every
so
single
weird.
day to up till the point where she lost her memory. So every day she wakes up and lives the
This should
same
be-
exact day and everybody's working to keep that up for her until she falls in love with this guy one day and every day he has to remind her that she's
Yeah.
in love with him. She ends up having a kid with him and then there's a video that she watches every morning when she wakes up that's saying like, "Hi, I'm your husband. You have this kid with me." And at the end, like she watches that video and like comes out and they're like on a boat or something. And she just like walks out to him like,
Spoiler alert.
"I love you.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
I
my
That
I just
I don't
fall
ever
in love
remember
with you
meeting
again.
you,
wait.
but
So
we have
the
a kid
ending.
together.
So that ending of the movie, it could have just been like he makes this video and just shows it to her,
Yes.
and she
Yeah.
just believes it.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's literally
okay,
how
we-
she
He
lives
just
her life
stole
at
a
that point.
kid and they're living on a boat in international
They should
waters
remake
now.
that movie, and it's like a horror movie or like
Yeah.
a psychological thriller.
That'd actually be really sick.
yeah.
That really would be. Somebody do that.
Write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
What was the movie you mentioned earlier
Click by Adam Sandler.
by Adam Sandler?
I don't know.
With
No,
Adam
no,
Sandler
the
and
one with the
Christopher
movie where
Malignant?
the guy freezes time and the boobs.
Click. Oh,
What is that
let me
called?
Look it up.
Because I want to see if that passes the Bechdel test.
Let me look it up.
50 First Dates does not pass the Bechdel test.
Okay.
It is called Cashback 2006.
Is it?
Yeah, Cashback of 2006 romance comedy. It is romance, but it's
Okay.
okay.
Will you explain to us?
Would-be
this movie?
artist Ben realizes he has an extraordinary way of dealing with the tedium of his dead-end job by stocking shelves at a store. He has acquired the ability to halt time and explore the world while the rest of the Earth's population remains frozen in place. Ben's unusual talent helps him forget about a nasty breakup with his ex-girlfriend Susie. But he begins to stop time so often that he may miss out on a new romance with his co-worker Sharon. Wait.
So,
Okay, wait, hold on.
go ahead.
That's the end of the description. But like throughout the movie,
Tell us what happens.
he's an artist. Okay, so
Can you pull up the Wikipedia plot?
Okay,
Because
yeah, that-
I want to tell you if it
that's-
passes or not
that's
after we get the plot.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy that's the description for the movie because there's so much more to that movie. Okay.
Don't watch this movie, so we'll just read you the synopsis.
Well, don't pay to watch this movie.
True. We
But
highly encourage
You
pirating
actually
here.
might want to watch this movie because it might be funny. But don't give these people anything. You know what's
Give
crazy?
your money to us instead.
You know what's crazy? I just
Yeah.
looked up cash back and hit the first thing that came up on Google.
Was
Not
it
the movie. I
credit
don't know.
card shit?
Nope.
Don't know what I was
Nope,
thinking.
probably not.
Probably
Okay.
like
Now you're gonna
money.
get credit
Do you want
card
me to-
ads on Instagram. Yeah,
Yeah.
go
Read
ahead.
out what just aspiring artist Ben Willis develops insomnia after a painful breakup with his girlfriend Susie. To take his mind off of Susie and to occupy the extra waking hours he has recently gained, Ben begins working at a local Sainsbury's supermarket, where he meets a colorful co-workers. Okay, seems racist. Among them is his colleague Sharon, with whom develops a mutual crush. Okay, this is written terribly. As his
It's written by
personal
the writer of the movie.
as his personal means to escape the boredom inherent in the night shift, Ben lets his imagination run wild. In particular, he imagines that he can stop time so that he can walk around in a world that is frozen like the pause of a film.
Oh, it's all in his
Dude,
head.
this is all like run-on sentences. he imagines female patrons of the supermarket stopped in time, allowing him to undress and draw them. Finally, the ability to stop time becomes real. Okay, so he's not just imagining it. Yeah, so
That's
apparently
disgusting.
the
so
plot
he may
is
or may not be
he
schizophrenic.
so he imagines that he can stop time and then just gets that
Gets
power
disability.
does.
because that's the power men hold.
They could.
Wow.
He
Yeah.
manifested it.
I imagine that I'm
Wow, maybe
president,
men are actually
and
more
he
powerful than
manifested
women.
it.
now I'm in Trump town.
Is he a witch?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Are you a witch?
I'm a bitch.
Is he a witch? Are you a witch,
Are you
Josiah?
a witch, Josiah?
I believe.
Do you use your
in the
period
phases of
blood
the
to make
mood.
people fall in love with you, Josiah?
Only sometimes.
No. Josiah's a boy. He's got to come in her mouth.
That's right. You gotta come directly down her throat.
Yeah,
That's your love
but
potion. I forgot
Only
about that.
then does she fall in love with me.
Yes, that's
so
the point. Yes.
I kind of have to do some work to
well,
get there.
she has to swallow.
That's the male version. Swallowing your cum
Oh, that's
is
the hard
the.
part.
You gotta make her swallow.
Make her.
I wasn't gonna get that far, Stacy, but you did.
Fuck it. We'll go farther. You have to
That's
like
just all
close
it
her
is.
mouth and like rub her throat so she swallows.
That's awesome.
I don't
And
know
I'm
if you
gonna-
do that for people, but I know
I
that's what you
can't
do
wait.
for dogs.
Fuck.
Yeah, this is like,
Oh.
is that like what you do?
That
like,
would be treating the woman like a dog, Stacy. That's awful.
it's like what parent or moms do to make
Shit.
their kids take medicine.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Do you
You're
have any more movies?
disgusting.
I do. What the fuck?
We need to watch them,
This movie
or-
Cash Back. Guess
Yes.
what? It passes the Bechdel test.
I knew it.
Wow.
Because there's like
Only-
3 women.
There's only one scene where it happens, and it's at a party where Sharon and the old girlfriend are introduced to each other, and they talk for like 2 sentences, and it's not about a guy.
It's weird because in the movie it has to like explain why the dude's so infatuated with like girls. So it like
Has
goes
to explain it.
Yeah, like it, because it's like, oh, he's infatuated with the female body. So I guess they're like, oh, he's like an artist.
I'm
Because at
sure
one point
he
in the movie,
is.
he's at like an art class and they're like drawing people nude or whatever. So it's like, oh, it's not weird to draw people nude, but it's also super not weird to draw people nude against their will. But
That's so bad.
yeah, it like flashbacks to like his childhood, and
That's
there's
rape
like
culture.
It's awful.
yeah, there's like a girl in his house
Don't watch
that
that
stayed there
movie.
that would just be nude. So it's like, oh, it's okay. He
Oh yeah.
got this from his childhood.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's really weird.
The next movie that I have is Captain America: Winter Soldier. It does pass the Bechdel test. I love that movie.
Damn.
That's
It's a
my
great
MCU movie.
MCU is great.
And the last one is Finding Nemo. And I actually don't think that one passes.
That's a shitty
It
movie.
might.
Excuse
well,
me?
It might with the kids at the beginning.
No, it's a good movie.
Or the female
Dory.
fish, but they might be talking about.
Okay, in the Dr. Fish tank, there's only
Yeah.
one girl, right? Or is there even?
Is the starfish a girl?
Is this,
the
I
star-
don't know.
I-
Yeah, I think it's a.
I
supposed-
so
don't
many men
remember
characters.
I think
the
it's supposed to be a
starfish's
guy,
gender,
but it's got.
if it was even given one.
They have a high pitched voice, so I don't know.
Finding Nemo doesn't pass the test.
Rip.
Let's go. Let's talk more about Ellen DeGeneres. She's gay. That's all I know about.
Finding
Ellen.
Dory does pass.
Nice.
That's all the movies I have. Reagan, what's your favorite movie? No, what was that one? What was that one with Thor in it that you were excited for?
Extraction?
Extraction.
That was a good movie, but it wasn't like one of my favorites. I enjoyed it. Ip Man movies are really good. Actually, one of the first Ip Man movie.
Extraction passes the test.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
Tenet also might be one of my favorite movies. Like actually, I love that movie.
I liked the beginning of Tenet, or the like opera house scene. I thought that was really sick.
Few quick reminders. You can donate to our Patreon for bonus arts and crafts episodes. That's patreon.com/itsjustblood. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Just Blood Podcast, usually.
It's Just Blood or Just Blood Pod.
You'll find us.
Look up those
You
keywords.
can find us on YouTube if you're not listening on Spotify. If you like the show, please let us know. You can rate us on podcast things, except Apple, because we're still not up on that.
For some reason, they hate women. Prove me wrong.
Message us on Twitter if you've got ideas for episodes or just to say hello, or we love fun facts. Please let us know.
Good historical wacky facts.
True.
We love them.
Preferably about women, but
Yeah.
we really don't care that much.
Yeah.
If you hate the show and you can't stand the idea of 2 women talking for an hour and a half, you can also donate to our Patreon and we'll read your hate mail.
And comment below if you want me back on the show next week. Vote me back in.
John Mulaney, we mean, not Josiah.
I'm John Mulaney, and this has been Just Blood.
Just blood. You'll be hearing from us next week unless we
have been written out of the show.
Yeah, unless we've been literally
Yeah.
replaced by men.
I'm taking
Just
Stacy's
like-
place, and Slave 1 is taking Chandler's.
Just the guys in the room just take over our podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Good
Bye.
night.
Goodbye. I love you.